I want to talk about a quality that sets artists apart from non-artists. Well, go ahead and call me a prejudice. Call me a prejudice. It's fine. Anyway, I've noticed a tendency, it's probably not always true, but that artists often, especially good ones, have a different personality from non-artists. And here's what I'm noticing when it comes to emotions. I've noticed two things regarding emotions. The first thing is non-artists or non-professional artists have a more steady emotional spectrum. So a non-artist might, steadily be on a 5. If they get upset, they go to maybe a 7. And if they're really relaxed, they may go to a 3. But their emotional, frequency kind of is quite steady. Professional artists, on the other hand, they'll go BAM! And not just artists, also, like I said, boxers and athletes. They'll go to a boom, complete expression, of a 9 or a 10 when they're performing. And then when they relax, they'll be like Zen, zombie Zen mode, just completely down at like a 1 or a 2. So this is the first thing. Number one, non-artists are more kind of steady emotionally, and artists are more, let's call it bipolar or whatever, like extreme. And this is by design. Now, if that was all, then, I almost would not want to be an artist. But there is one more thing to add, and that is principle number 2 regarding this thing about emotions is non-artists are not really adept at controlling their emotions. So the non-artist, the non-professional artist, kind of get their emotions follows their surroundings. So they'll kind of at a 5, and then if something in their surrounding influences them, then they might go like to a 7 or to a 3, right? Artists, whether it's dancers or actors or musicians or singers, it's true that they can go extreme, but it's also true that they themselves are able to control this to much better than the non-artists. At least that's what I've observed. So perhaps let me use actors as an example, because that's the most obvious. You'll see an actor is able to, if the scene that they're in demands it, a good actor is able to move themselves to tears, or move themselves to anger, or to ecstasy. You see what I'm saying? And this is something, as a singer, if you want to become a professional singer, you'll want to develop, and probably it's in you by nature. But anyway, over time, this ability to control, to move yourself into a state of mind. So really good artists are able to control their emotions. That's one. They themselves can control their emotions. And number 2, to express those emotions much more expressively. Wow, what a sentence. Can you believe it?